Right then, we think we know. Do we know, Carve?
Yes, the England squad
Tell
has
us.
just been announced. These are the headlines, just looking at it. The first one, goalkeepers. The Arsenal goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, is in the squad. Also, Connor Cody, centre-back, Everton, he's in the squad. Ben White, Arsenal, in the squad as well. Kyle Walker has made it as expected, even though he had groin surgery just a couple of months ago. In midfield, the big headline, Conor Gallagher, the young Chelsea midfielder who was on loan at Crystal Palace last season. He is in the squad. Calvin Phillips, who's been out with that shoulder injury, played last night. He's in the squad as well. Looking at the forwards, the one name that stands out, Callum Wilson. He is in the squad. No Ivan Toney. Just going through the squad quickly for you. Goalkeepers, Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope, Aaron Ramsdale. Defenders, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Connor Cody, Eric Dyer, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, Kyle Walker, Ben White. Midfielders, 6 of them, Jude Bellingham, Conor Gallagher, Jordan Henderson, Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice. And the forwards, 8 forwards, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, James Maddison has made it into the squad. Marcus Rashford as well, Bukayo Saka, Raheem Sterling and Callum Wilson. That is the England squad for the Qatar World Cup.
Goodness, Roy, let's get your immediate reaction. Let's start with Maddison and Gallagher. Would you have taken both of them?
Yes, I think so. I mean, you rightly say that James Maddison's been in excellent form, and he does bring a different type of play, if you like, to the midfield that maybe the others don't necessarily bring or are able to bring.
Do you think either of them will actually play, though?
Oh, I think they'll get on. I mean, these days with the amount of substitutes, they'll play. Whether or not they'll start the first 2 or 3 games, that's debatable, I would think. But I mean, I'm certain they will get on, and maybe in the same way that Grealish did in the last Euros. He didn't actually make the starting 11 from the very first minute, but his cameos when he was sent on a sub had him starting the game towards the end.
Carve, unusually, and maybe it's because there's 26, is there not too much contention in that squad?
Well, I think looking at it, looking at the players who've been left out, we're talking about Conor Gallagher. He's probably taken the place of James Ward-Prowse in the squad.
Who's struggled for a bit of form, hasn't he?
He has struggled for a bit of form, but you've got to feel for him. This is the second major tournament in a row where he's been very, very close to making the squad and hasn't made it. Other players who've missed out, we mentioned Ivan Toney, Jared Bowen, Mark Gay, Fikayo Tomori, who's won the title with AC Milan. Perhaps he paid the price. I don't think he played that well in the Champions League games against Chelsea. And also no Joe Gomez, the Liverpool centre-back as well. So lots of good news stories in here. Players like James Maddison, Conor Gallagher, Ben White making it into the squad. But also spare a thought for the players who've had to digest some pretty bad news in the past 24 hours.